Hello everybody and welcome back to Subnautica and what should be our final episode for this playthrough. In the last episode we went around gathering, or we met the Sea Empress, I think is what she's called. We met the Sea Empress. Where did I leave my prawn suit? We met the Sea Empress and then took the teleporter back out and ran around trying to gather all the materials that we need for the enzyme, the hatching enzymes. And I cannot, there it is. And so now we just need to get on our way back there to do that. Part of me thinks that we'll just take the promise back. I'll make a decision once we get back there. The our submarine is still down in the depths, so yeah, that's something we got to think about. But we're gonna head back over to the alien facility because we're going to take the portal back down there now that we have the hatch. Ooh, I almost made a stupid mistake. We need to actually craft the recipe. That would have been really annoying to go all the way back down there. I mean, I guess it would have forced us to go back to the, it would have forced us to go back and get our submarine, but I'm not necessarily sure that I'm going to bother with that. We can just leave the submarine down there, because the next thing that we have to do is actually escape the planet, which is ideally what we're going to be doing today. But, yeah, let's go ahead. We'll hop out of here. We'll go to the crafting station here. And we should have everything that we need to make the hatching enzyme. So let's go ahead and do that. I typically play with the no-cost thing, and we'll turn that on later when we're ready to do the no-cost cheat, and we'll turn that on later when we're getting ready to build the rocket to get out of here. But I already happen to have the materials for this one, so we're not going to bother with that yet. All right. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna make the journey back over to the portal so we can get that taken care of, and then yeah, then we'll head up here and start trying to build a rocket to get out of here. All right. Took me a minute to find it, but we're back at the facility, and I think that the portal is over here somewhere. Oh, there it is, down there. So we just need to go down here to the portal, go back through it. Then we can hatch these little babies. Perfect. Excuse me. Then we hop over here. Put the enzymes into the incubator and watch the process. Now, we are waiting for something specific, so those of you who don't know, we're about to be cured of our infection here in just a moment. We're waiting for something very specific to happen.
My young are swimming for the shallows. I thank you.
So, you see the little yellow things.
Freedom is my end. What will it be like, I wonder, to go to sleep and never wake up? Perhaps next we meet, I will be an ocean current, carrying seeds to a new land, or a creature so small, it sees the gaps between the grains of sand. Farewell, friend.
Right, so there's that. We can pull out the self-scan.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. No remaining sign of bacterial infection.
All right, so that takes care of that. Her young are swimming through the portal there to get out of there. She is going to die. Nothing that can be done about that. So I think what's going to happen right now Because I don't remember. I don't think the prawn suit, or I don't think that the sea moth can get down to where the submarine is. So we have a choice to make. We can go back for the submarine, or we could just pop out here, go back to the base, and make our rocket and get out of here. I don't really see any reason to do that. Maybe I can go back for it later if we decide, if like, I haven't heard anybody say anything about, oh, do a base build yet. So, and realistically, I don't know. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna head back towards our base and get started building the rocket to get out of here. So this should be a relatively short episode. Let me take some time to get back, and I will see you in a minute. Alright, we have made it back to our base. So, first thing we need to do is do our standard removing the cost of everything so that we can just get this done quickly. And then I don't remember where our... Is our mobile thing over here? Yeah, it is. We're going to need to move this to some pretty deep water. So let me pick it up. There we go. And then I guess typically to the west, we just need to find some reasonably deep water to put this in. I guess the west isn't going to help us out very much. We just need to get over to where the water is deep enough to put this platform, so I don't think this is going to be that great either. So it's got to be a pretty deep area for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't really go down that deep into the water, but it's got to be deep. Let's put it... We'll go a little further than we probably think we need to. And hopefully this is far enough. Okay, so in the inventory, we set that as number 5. Do number 5. Get out there. Up. Hopefully this is far enough. And that'll do it. Alright, cool. So we wait for that to finish. We're about to get off the planet here in just a few minutes. Now, I know you purists are going to be irritated with the whole no-cost thing. That's fine. I like to streamline this playthrough is not about showing you the right way to do it. It's about showing you the game. So that's the game. You can disagree. That's fine. I don't have the patience. If I don't have to go through and grind the material collection process, I don't know. And they let me win. I am not. This is not justification. This is me telling you. This is how I like to do things. There's a streamlined way of getting things done that doesn't require me to spend crazy. That doesn't require me to spend crazy amounts of time doing it. I don't want to do it that way. I have better things to do than fruitlessly search around for things. So, many of you will agree. Many of you will disagree. It's totally fine. Not everybody has to agree with everything. Okay. So, got a few sections of rocket to build here, and then we can get off this planet and ideally go home. Just waiting on that to finish. That one's done. Now we're going to construct the booster section that gets us off the planet. We will sit and watch that process. And wait for an autosave to finish. Now, you must be a public subscriber or a member for me to see your comments. I have everything else filtered out to, protect myself from the trolls. If I get enough of a request to go and do like a base build, then we may take this save and go get our submarine and then come back and do a full-on base build and try to do something like super complex or something like that. But you guys got to really want that, and there's got to be enough of you that want that for me to put the time into it. That's a lot of work for, that's a lot of work. So we'll finish building this rocket. We'll get it set up. We'll get launched out of here. Give you guys a satisfying ending for the game. And that'll be it for our Subnautica playthrough. Now, the part of the reason I decided to do a playthrough of Subnautica was because my son helped me figure out how to play it. And I didn't really get a good playthrough the first time. I wanted to fix that. But then number 2, at some point in the, vaguely near future, I believe Subnautica 2 will be coming out. And we'll probably end up doing a playthrough of that as well, because my son is like really super into Subnautica, and he's going to want to end up playing that one as well. And so since I'm going to be playing that game, especially since I'm going to end up, putting the money into purchasing that when it comes out,
Detecting increased foreign bacterial
obviously
levels
we've got to
in
be
the
able to do
water.
that. So I think
Performing a self-scan
we're
is
still in the middle
advised.
of constructing. There you go. So we'll go ahead and color scheme this the same way we've color schemed everything else. Black stripes, and then we'll call this, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so black and black. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let us. I don't think we need anything from the base. I can't remember. Can't remember if we need anything from the base. But let's go up the elevator and get on board this rocket. It moves pretty quickly once it gets moving. Alright, on we go. So there's several things we need to turn on down here. Auxiliary power unit that gets the electricity started. Communications array so that we're able to contact people. The hydraulic system so that any control surfaces and stuff like that can move. Then
pressurizing hydraulics.
Get a nice look at the reactor as we go up. And there's also 3 stations up here that we need to deal with. So boot up the primary CPU so that the
primary computer systems active.
Computer can control everything. We'll do that one last. Activate the life support system so that we don't die when we go up into
life
space.
Support systems online.
All right, and then the various time
All
capsules that we found. I don't know that we found that many because I generally avoid them, but we're going to leave a time capsule. So we'll leave a tablet. We'll leave an ion cube just to help anybody who happens to find it. And a fire extinguisher, because why not? For the image, press F11 to take a screenshot. We'll leave that as our image. And for our message, it's good luck. All right. Did it not? I always get screwed with. Oh, there we go. What's the problem? I always get confused by this.
Time capsule ready.
Oh, you just back out of it. Okay, cool. All right, so everything should be ready to go.
Cannot launch rocket while quarantine. Enforcement platform is still
Forgot
active.
about that. We got to go verify that we're not infected. So we do have another thing we need to go do. There's always that. Okay, well, we need to go back to the alien facility so we can get that that thing turned off. So let's go do that. All right, I went up through the moon pool because it's faster than going all the way down through the facility. But let's go ahead and we'll verify that we are no longer infected to the little machine here. There we go. It was supposed to be a... Okay. Well, there was... I thought the thing was supposed to say something along the lines of... I guess we're just supposed to infer. I can't remember. There's so many different games that I play. I just trying to remember all that stuff. But I guess you can see the facility has now been shut down, so we are now free to leave the planet at our discretion. So, I'm going to head back over to the Seamoth over here that I left in the moon pool right here. Get back to the rocket, and we can get the hell out of here. Alright, we made it back to our moon pool for our thing. We'll get this parked and nice and tidy. And then we just got to swim back over to the platform, go back up the rocket. We'll be all set to go. All right, heading up the rocket. One last time. Should be able to get in our seat and get off this rock. Up we go. Is the anticipation killing you? Is it killing you yet? All right. Let's get around this side and sit in the rocket, and that is the last thing we will need to do for this playthrough.
Ready to launch on your command, Captain. Launch.
So I'll let this continue playing, and that will be the end of the video for today. So thank you guys for watching, and like button, subscribe, and reach 1,000 subscriers, join the network, early access videos, among other perks. Or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. So PayPal and Patreon links for those of you who prefer to go that route. Because some people like to do it. So again, thanks for watching. Be sure to come back for whatever next game we play, and I'll see you then.
Caution, approaching orbital debris field. Orbital debris field clear. Performing gravity turn maneuver. Confirm destination coordinates. Nearest interstellar phase gate. Engaging ion boosters in 3, 2, 1.
What is a wave without the ocean? A beginning without an end. They are different, but they go together. Now you go among the stars, and I fall among the sand. We are different, but we go together.